Joseph had been in prison for at least 2 years when Pharaoh's butler finally remembered him. He shaved. He changed his clothes. He walked into the most powerful room in the ancient world. And what he did in that room in the next few minutes changed the entire trajectory of his wealth, his family, and an entire civilization. Most people focus on the dream interpretation. That was the gift. But Genesis 41 contains something more remarkable than the gift. It contains a complete economic recovery plan that Joseph presented unsolicited, in real time, under pressure, to the most powerful man on earth. He did not just answer Pharaoh's question. He solved Pharaoh's problem. And that distinction made all the difference. 5 principles from Joseph's Pharaoh moment. Principle 1. He gave God the credit before he gave Pharaoh the answer. Genesis 41:16. I cannot do it, but God will give Pharaoh the answer he desires. In his highest stakes moment, Joseph's first move was attribution, not performance. Humility in the room where pride would be expected is the most disarming and memorable posture you can take. Principle 2. He interpreted the problem before proposing the solution. Genesis 41:29-30. 7 years of great abundance are coming, followed by 7 years of famine so severe the abundance will be forgotten. Before he told Pharaoh what to do, he made sure Pharaoh understood what was coming. The advisor who correctly names your problem earns the right to prescribe the solution. Diagnosis before prescription. Always. Principle 3. He proposed a solution that was bigger than he was asked to provide. Pharaoh asked for an interpretation. Joseph gave him a complete economic management strategy. Commissioners, storage cities, a 20% reserve tax, a distribution plan. He answered the question, and then solve the problem behind the question. Always bring more value than the room expects. Principle 4. He was appointed because nobody else in the room had what he had. Genesis 41:38. Can we find anyone like this man, one in whom is the Spirit of God? The room was full of Egypt's wisest men. Joseph was not the most educated. He was not the most experienced. He was the most prepared and the most connected to the source of wisdom. That combination is unbeatable in any room. Principle 5. The promotion came with immediate accountability. Genesis 41:40. You shall be in charge of my palace, and all my people are to submit to your orders. The greater the authority, the greater the responsibility attached to it. Joseph received both simultaneously. He was not eased into the role. He was trusted with it fully because his entire journey had been preparing him for the weight of it. The Pharaoh room is coming for you. The moment when your gift, your preparation, and a specific problem intersect in the same space. You cannot manufacture that moment. But you can be ready for it. Stay prepared, stay humble, stay connected to the source, and when the room opens, walk in with more than they asked for. Episode 5 of the Joseph Wealth series on the financial exegesis. Subscribe. In Episode 6, we examine the 7-year wealth accumulation strategy Joseph built for Egypt and what it teaches about building wealth in seasons of abundance.